talking. All right. Thank you to the fourth episode of Talking Addiction, the social media experiment. I'm here with a good friend of mine. We go all the way back. Well, not all the way back. How long have I known you, Brendan?
Oh, it's been a long time, man. Eight, 7, 6, 7 years, something like that.
Yeah. He was actually my boss at Xfinity, and I kicked ass in sales, so we became friends.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, we had a great time. Shout out Hudson Walmart. Those guys were great. They loved us. But yeah,
Yep.
so I have Brendan here on the show. He just accomplished something huge. He walked 315 miles,
60.
360 miles from Bangor, Maine to Bedford, New Hampshire.
Yep.
And want to tell us why?
Yeah. So I struggled with addiction. And nothing really specific. It was pretty much if it got me high or drunk or whatever, I was I was using it, and I struggled with a lot of trauma and stuff, and it led me into this path. I was always somewhat successful with my work and all that stuff, but in the dark times of your day and stuff, I would have a lot of problems, and it I made it work, but I made it work for way too long, and it caught up to me to the point where I just had to give my life over to God and trust that there's something much higher than me that can help me with this, because I wasn't able to do it on my own. And I went up to Bangor, Maine, and I was in a very, very dark time of my life. And I'm not normally one to reach out for help or money or anything like that. I try to find ways to get it done myself. And when they say, you got to do it for yourself, I mean, that's a huge thing that we don't really put into emphasis. We try to do it for all these other motives and stuff. And I basically came up with this idea to do a charity walk, but not just a walk that was gonna just walk from this distance to this distance. I wanted to break myself down to the point where I was in full survival mode and really learning about who I am in this time that I was doing this. So I had gone up to Bangor, Maine on completely other, different. I wasn't going up there for this, but it was in the back of my mind the whole time I was going up there. I remember driving up there and I was really depressed. I was really sad, but the idea of carrying the cross home was in my head, and I'm like, I'm going to do that because that's what's going to save me, and create this journey that was going to last with me for a lifetime. And I got up there, did what I needed to do. I did have a very injured foot, and I tried to heal it up, and it was healing somewhat, but not to the point where you'd want to go on a walk that long. And working with the Harmony Home, I had started this fundraiser, and I went to a Lowe's. I built a cross, a very big one. If you can find me on WMUR News and stuff like that. There's an article up, or there's a video and article from them and stuff. You can see the size of it. And I started a journey home on back roads and through cities and stuff, raising money, and we raised up to $3,000 so far.
That's amazing, man. What about the Rottweiler?
The Rottweiler wasn't as bad as the German Shepherd was, man. When you're going through these back roads, there's large stretches of nothingness. They asked me on the news what was the hardest part of your journey, and it just came out honestly. It was finding a bathroom. They didn't put that on the air. Everybody started laughing, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? You're eating crappy, you're eating crappy food half the time because you find a McDonald's or something, and then you got 25, 30 miles of absolutely nothingness on short days with not a lot of sunlight in your day. And yeah, it got pretty brutal sometimes, but you always find a way to make it happen. And this Rottweiler had come out of nowhere. That just I seen him come around from the back of this house in the middle of nowhere, hair standing up on the back of his neck, growling. I grew up with Rottweilers, and I've had them my entire life, so I know they're not as aggressive as people think they are. This dog was just doing his job, and he came and started circling me and stuff, and I got it on video. And I gave him a little boop on the side of the head, and we became little friends on the side of the road. And then he followed me about 100 feet down the road, and then he decided to go back. So he was walking his territory with me where he felt was his. And then I had this German Shepherd that, for whatever reason, the parent was letting a 2-year-old hold the dog, or a 3-year-old little girl, and the dog just completely ripped off the leash and came and attacked me. I mean, he was trying to bite me, and I was using my cross. I was stabbing the thing, not stabbing the dog, but stabbing it down in front of every time the dog would lunge at me. And the girls are sitting there. She's like in shock, and I'm like, "Can you go get your parents, please?" And she's like, and I'm like, "Go get your mom!" Like, geez, I'm getting attacked by your dog right now. I'm in a fist fight with a German Shepherd. And yeah, she ended up running, getting the mom and stuff, and got the dog off me and stuff. I didn't get any injuries from it or anything like that. The cross kept me safe. But those were some of the interesting, more dangerous sides of walking that far by yourself. You find yourself in some pretty funny situations.
Do you have the cross?
I do. I do. Yeah, I can see it's right over there.
Let
Want
me
to see
see
it?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. So we're gonna get it. It's gonna get glossed over, and let me see here. Can I turn my camera around on this? Yep, 1 second. So put this right here. So along the journey, I had met some of the most amazing people, pastors and Christians, and just people that believe in a higher power. And they would either put like their favorite Bible verse on it. Just friendly notes to me. This woman, she actually flew in from Africa, and she's a renowned reverend. And with an unopened bottle of anointment oil from Jerusalem, anointed me in front of their church and stuff. That's a whole nother like God shot that you wouldn't even believe how all that went down. It just is no way physically possible that could have happened. But yeah, so we got great words of encouragement. So in my hard times out there, I would read all these lovely notes. And what's awesome is like everybody had such a lasting effect on me. I can point at these. This was a girl from Dunkin' Donuts. This right here was a female off-duty state trooper that just stopped. Let's see. This lady I met outside of a Joann Fabrics. I can almost remember every single one of these. This girl was inside of a Dollar General. This kid, Josh, was military. I had saved him on the side of the road. I mean, I could just, all these people here had such a lasting effect on me. And this is the other side. And yeah, here's another Marine that I had met that was also outside of a Dollar General. I don't know why those were popular places along my journey. But they're big out in Maine. Homeless guy in Augusta, Twisted Timmy. A girl I met in I forget the city, Searsport, Maine. Just amazing stories all over this thing, man. And we're gonna get it glossed, and I'm gonna hang it up in my house at the right time. But I'm gonna bring it with me for Christmas events this year, and to the Thanksgiving events that we're running. And so it's gonna be brought around right now because a lot of people want to see it, sign it, and meet me over the journey, which I didn't expect. I expected to touch the individual's heart on the way home, save people, get them believing in God, which is the most important thing. I didn't expect the amount of lives I was going to change from people I've never even met. I have hundreds of text messages on my phone from people I don't even know, just giving me their testimony and how I inspired them to either keep staying sober, or to get sober and fight their addictions.
Well, that's a great message, man, and I hope people hearing this podcast will help them, and we can help some more people. That's what it's all about. Is just trying to. I don't know about you. Actually, I do. But I've done a lot of wrong in my life, and if I didn't get sober, I don't think I would ever have realized I had celiac disease, which um, has really been crazy to find out because I shotgun so many beers, and it I have diverticulosis now and IBS, and I either shit my pants in the morning or throw up every day when
Yep.
I wake up. And I guess I was kind of just drinking because I was sick all the time. So why the fuck not, you know? Right?
Yeah, yeah, sick mentally and sick physically. When we
Yeah.
get sober, it's crazy all the ailments that like, maybe it's like an infected tooth in your mouth or some all these things that just you get sober and boom, they start hitting you and it's like your body's living in a survival mode when it's getting high or drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's using these chemicals to keep these diseases at bay. I know it sounds bad, but when you get off of them, for whatever reason, the infections, the stomach problems, the all these other things start coming to your
To your attention because you're more aware. You're
yeah,
not
you're
just fucking
aware.
hammered. Yeah,
Yeah, and
like
your body's in a completely different mode. Your blood flows better. You're intaking food better. All these other things that you weren't doing. Your body was basically just a walking zombie of chemicals, and when you start to heal, your body lets you know what it needs healed. And I've seen that a lot. I've seen that a lot with I knew a meth addict got sober, and then all these infections on his leg and all these issues he was somehow just not having until he got sober. And I am lucky for whatever reason. I could drink a gallon of whiskey a day. You know, do a bunch of pills, whatever. I wouldn't even wake up and shake. You know what I mean? Like I never shook. I never really got hangovers. I was just like a addict machine. And me and you, Doug, we were a horrible combination.
yeah,
You
we
know
had
what
a
I
lot of
mean?
fun.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, man. It was. But
But for
like
all the wrong reasons,
for
which
all the wrong reasons. Yep.
which sucks. But
Yeah. Yeah.
good memories, but also bad memories, and you can just learn from them at this point, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. Until you give your life over to God, He's gonna put. I mean, like I said, the devil doesn't break into empty houses. So if we're you know in this lifestyle of waking up and needing these things, it's our spirituality that is torn. And you know all we can do is just know that those obstacles were put in front of us so we could become the men and people that we are today. And we got to be thankful for the bad times, because God will use bad to make good. And people think, well, I'm sober now and I got God in my life. Why isn't it perfect? That's not how God works. When you get sober and you put God in your life, guess who's going to come knocking at the door even harder? The devil, because he knows, the bad part of life, the evil part of life knows that you're doing good now. So they're going to pull out all the tricks, and if they can't get directly to you, they're going to get to the people around you, and they're going to try and affect them to affect you. And it's just a matter of standing your ground and becoming a better person every day. And the saying of I want to be better today than I was yesterday, I don't really go that route because I'm going to have better days and then worse days. That's just the way life is. But always just trying to be a better person, not measured by a day or measured by a week, measured just by who you are at that time. And that's just the life I'm trying to live right now. So.
oh yeah, man. Well, it's almost 15 minutes, and that's how long I do these for. So obviously stay on. I'm just gonna end the recording.
Yep.
But I just want to thank you for coming on to the show, Brendon Daley. Everybody, he's a great guy. Just accomplished an amazing 360-mile journey from Bangor, Maine, to Bedford, Massachusetts. Recently on WMUR, and he's planning on going on some other places. Probably a lot better and bigger places than this, but we appreciate having
No
you.
other place I'd rather be though, Doug.
Thanks, man.
That's
I
so.
love you.
Love you too, brother.
All right.
Thank you.